So in previous section, we discussed about the effect of noise in angle modulation systems, that is in frequency modulation and in phase modulation, by calculating the signal to noise ratio at the channel and at the receiver. And here we assumed a condition that the signal to noise ratio at the receiver is high compared to the channel. So that is the assumption we made for the calculation of signal to noise ratio in the angle modulation systems. Okay. So in this session, I'm going to explain you about free emphasis and de-emphasis networks in frequency modulation. So this free emphasis network, which is used in FM transmitter, and de-emphasis network, which is used in FM receiver. So why free emphasis is used in FM transmitter? So it gives or it provides boosting the frequencies at higher modulating frequencies, that is called free emphasis network. These networks provides the boosting of the signals at the higher frequencies, So what is the advantage of free emphasis network? For example, we know already we discussed about FM. So FM has greater effect on the greater effect of noise on the higher frequencies. So at higher frequencies, we have that noise effect is very high in FM, higher modulating frequencies. Okay, so this effect can be reduced. This noise effect can be reduced by increasing the value of the modulation index. How the modulation index value is increased? By improving the frequency deviation at the higher frequencies. So by increasing the frequency deviation, we can improve the modulation index, and also the effect of noise will be decreased at the higher frequencies. How the frequency deviation can be increased? This deviation can be increased by increasing the amplitude of the modulating signal. So if the amplitude of the modulating signal can be increased, so frequency deviation also increases. If the frequency deviation increases, the modulation index also increases. So the effect of noise will be decreased at the higher modulating frequencies. How this can be achieved? How this can be achieved? If you want to increase the amplitude of the modulating signal at higher frequencies, what we have to do? We have to take a circuit that is called free emphasis circuit, and it's also called high pass filter. High pass filter. What we have to do to reduce the noise effect at high frequencies? We have to increase the amplitude of the signal at high frequencies. So here the amplification should be done at higher frequencies. That is nothing but you have to consider a filter that is nothing but high pass filter. We know that the filter is nothing but a frequency selective network. It allows the desired band of frequencies. Means here at the desired band of frequencies, here the amplification should be done, right? So by using this free emphasis network, we can boost or we can increase the modulating signal amplitude at the higher frequencies. At the higher frequencies, because of this, the noise immunity at higher frequencies will be increased. Okay. So what we are going to do in FM, we have the effect of noise at the higher frequencies. Okay, so what we are going to do to reduce the effect of that noise at higher frequencies, we have to improve the modulation index. If you want to improve the modulation index, what we have to do? We have to increase the frequency deviation. How this frequency deviation can be increased? By increasing the amplitude of the modulating signal at higher frequencies. Okay, so this can be done or this can be achieved by free emphasis network. So here is the circuit to increase the or to boost the amplitude of the modulating signal at higher frequencies. Okay, so this is the high pass filter network. What we are going to do here the modulating signal as input to this filter. So at higher frequencies the amplitude of this modulating signal will be increases. Okay, by using this high pass filter. After that, this will be given as input to the FM modulator. So you will get here the output is free emphasized modulated output. So before going to the modulation, what we are doing here, we are increasing the amplitude of the modulating signal by using a free emphasis circuit. So finally, you will get the free emphasized modulated signal at the output. So here at higher frequencies, so how the circuit will allow the high frequencies. So this is a high pass circuit and we have the resistor and capacitor. These two are connected in parallel. And the frequency is depending on the reactance of the capacitance. So if the FM increases, modulating signal frequency increases, the capacitor reactance decreases. So here the signal at the higher frequencies will be increases. Amplitude of the signal at higher frequencies will be increases. Ante FM increase avutundi ante ikkada capacitor em avutundi manaki open laga act avutundi. So signal anedi high frequencies daggara increase avutu untundi. Okay, so this is the characteristic curve of the free emphasis network. See here we are taking x-axis as input and y-axis we are considering the dB scale. If you observe at low frequencies we have attenuation that is called 0 dB. Attenuation that is called 0 dB. After that particular frequencies, see here the frequency goes on increasing. What is the amplitude in dB also goes on increasing between these frequencies. So from 2122 Hz to 30 kHz, in between these frequencies, the frequency increases. Here the gain also increases. After 30 kHz, it will be maintained constant from this curve. So here if the frequency increases, the gain in dB is increased 6 dB per octave. Every 8 frequencies, it will be increased 6 dB. This is the slope. This is the filter or free emphasis network characteristics. Okay, high pass filter means at high frequencies, it will allows the signal at high frequencies, and also the gain also improves. The gain of the modulating signal also improved by using this free emphasis circuit. Okay, so this is the actual circuit diagram of the FM modulator. So before going to the modulation, what we have to do, we have to free emphasize the given modulating signal. So because of this, at higher frequencies, the amplitude of the modulating signal will be increased. After that, we have to do modulation and we will get the modulated output, free emphasized modulated output. Why we are using this free emphasis circuit? Why we are using? To reduce the effect of noise at high frequencies. How can we reduce this effect? We have to improve the modulation index. How can we improve the modulation index? By improving the frequency deviation. If you want to increase the frequency deviation, if you want to improve the frequency deviation, you have to increase the amplitude of the modulating signal at the higher frequencies. So the whole process should be done by using a free emphasis network. And we know that in FM modulator, after that we have to use a frequency up conversion. After that we have to use a power amplifier, and the output, modulated output, will be given as input to the transmitting antenna. So this is the amplitude, frequency modulator block diagram representation. Okay. And next, what is de-emphasis? What is a de-emphasis network? So de-emphasis is network. It is the reverse process of the free emphasis. Whatever the frequencies at the input of the modulating signal will be increased. So at those frequencies, the amplitude should be nullified or compensated by the de-emphasis network. So here, what is the purpose of de-emphasis network? So whatever the boosting will be done at the free emphasis, that boosting will be nullified or compensated by using this de-emphasis circuit, which will be used at the receiver. So మనం ఏవైతే frequencies దగ్గర మనం amplitude ని boost చేసామో, at those frequencies we can compensate by using a de-emphasis network and bringing their amplitude to the original level by using this de-emphasis circuit. So this de-emphasis will be done. De-emphasis operation will be done after demodulation. So after demodulation, we will get the demodulated signal. For this demodulated signal, we have the amplitude at the higher frequencies. This will be compensated by a de-emphasis circuit. So this will be looks like this. So finally, you will get the AF output. So we have a noise possibility at the input and the channel. So to reduce the effect of noise, so we have to do free emphasis and de-emphasis. So this free emphasis will be done at the transmitter and de-emphasis will be done at the receiver. Okay, so this is the de-emphasis. This de-emphasis should be done after demodulation. And this will be the characteristic curve. See here, we are considering the frequency on x-axis and gain in dB on y-axis. So this de-emphasis network will allow the frequencies that will be less than 2122 Hz. So after that, those above these frequencies, it will be attenuated. So simply you can say this will be access a low pass filter. What is the purpose of low pass filter? It allows the low frequencies, it attenuates the high frequencies. So manaki high frequencies దగ్గర ఎలాంటి amplification అయితే జరిగిందో, so that amplification should be nullified or compensated by this de-emphasis circuit. So this is the purpose of free emphasis and de-emphasis. So for this low pass filter, so we can calculate the frequency by using RC elements. So here RNC elements are the circuit elements. So here we are assuming this RC is 75 microsecond. So if you choose this RC time constant is 75 microsecond, you will get the frequency. So this is called lower cutoff frequency. This is called upper cutoff frequency. For low pass filter, we have upper cutoff frequency. So below these frequencies, it will passes the all frequencies containing the demodulated output. So 2122 Hz below frequencies all are passed through this low pass filter, and above these frequencies will be attenuated by this low pass filter circuit. So if you get the if you want to get this frequency, so what is the RC time constant you want to choose? Here is 75 microsecond. So you have to consider R and C values. So RC time constant as 75 microseconds to get this cutoff frequency, So this is the purpose of free emphasis and de-emphasis networks in the FM transmitter and FM receiver. So what is de-emphasis? De-emphasis is nothing but it attenuates the those frequencies by the amount which they are boosted in free emphasis network, At those frequencies, it will be produce the attenuation. What is the purpose of free emphasis? So free emphasis will be used to reduce the effect of signal to to affect the noise at the higher modulating frequencies, to reduce the effect of noise at the higher modulating frequencies. We use free emphasis network. By using these free emphasis and de-emphasis, we can improve the signal to noise ratio. So what is the purpose of using a free emphasis and de-emphasis here? So reducing the effect of noise means the signal to noise ratio will be increased. To improve the signal to noise ratio. Reducing the noise means we are increasing the signal. So here the signal to noise ratio will be increased. So this is the purpose of free emphasis and de-emphasis in the FM transmitter and receiver. And after that, FM threshold effect. So in previous class, we discussed about the effect of noise in angle modulation system, right? So how this noise effect will be calculated? By calculating the signal to noise ratio, and also we plot the curve using power spectral density. For FM, the power spectral density will be in parabolic in nature. So from this we can say the frequency here, the noise will be depending on the frequency. And the signal to noise ratio of the angle modulation we calculated in previous class, that will be based on the assumption. So the demodulated output signal to noise ratio is high and compared to the channel. So based on that assumption, we calculated the effect of noise in angle modulation system. Okay, so here FM threshold effect is nothing but, for example, if you want to produce the desired demodulated signal, so what you have to do, if you want to produce the desired signal, a demodulated signal at the output, you have to limit the input signal at the input because of that noise. Due to that noise, we have to limit the you have to limit the input. Okay, so you will get the desired signal at the output. So that is called the threshold effect. So how the threshold effect will be produced? When the desired signal gain begins to limit the desired signal at the output. So because of this, the threshold effect of FM will be produced. Okay, so what we are assuming here to calculate, here we are assuming the signal to noise ratio of the receiver will be high compared to the input. So we will get the desired signal at the output of the receiver. So this is the threshold effect. We know that what we are assuming, the noise component here, this noise component contains the in-phase component and quadrature component. So by using this, we can calculate the signal to noise ratio of the receiver or at the output. or at the output. Okay, so we have, due to this noise, we have, so different sounds, crackling or sputtering sound will be produced at the receiver. So due to this threshold effect, that phenomena is called, what we call that phenomena is threshold effect. Okay, so what are the basic assumptions we have to make? So for the single tone modulation, we are assuming, so you have to consider message signal is like this. So here the message signal is depending on the frequency deviation, and the frequency deviation depends on the modulation index. Okay, so here the bandwidth is equal to FM, and for the here the modulation index you have to consider it as as 1. Okay, for AM system. For FM system, you have to choose beta is equal to 5. Depending on this, you will get the frequency deviation is like this, and depending on this, you will get bandwidth is equal to 15 kilohertz. 15 kilohertz. Okay, so how the signal to noise ratio will be calculated due to this threshold effect? So you have to follow these two assumptions. First, you have to consider the absence of noise, and you have to consider only the signal. So you have to calculate the signal to noise ratio. So by choosing the absence of noise at the receiver, so you have to consider only the signal power at the output. So from that, you can calculate the signal to noise ratio. And another assumption, you have to choose noise. You have to choose signal is absent. You have to choose signal is absent, means no signal is present at the output, and you have to consider only the noise. So then in that case, you have to consider, you have to calculate the noise power. In that case, you have to consider, you have to calculate the noise power. In first case, you have to calculate the signal power. What you have to choose, you have to consider the noise is absent. You have to consider the noise is absent. So based on these two assumptions, you have to calculate the signal power, and you have to calculate the noise power, and then you have to calculate the signal to noise ratio at the receiver. Okay, so this is the threshold effect of the FM, and free emphasis and de-emphasis. So why free emphasis and de-emphasis are used to reduce the effect of noise at higher frequencies. So before going to the modulation, we are free emphasized the modulating signal, and after that we modulate that signal. We will get the free emphasized modulated output, and this procedure will be done at the transmitter. And after that, we will get the demodulated output. In demodulated output, we have high gain at the higher frequencies. This will be compensated by, or this will be attenuated by the de-emphasis network at the receiver. This de-emphasis procedure will be done after the demodulation. So de-emphasis is nothing but a low pass circuit. Low pass means we have a higher cutoff frequency, that is about 2122 hertz. So below these frequencies are allowed by the de-emphasis circuit, and above the 2122 hertz frequencies will be attenuated by these de-emphasis network. Okay. Thank you.